So welcome back to the channel. So today we're actually starting a new job, the farm. So as you can see here, it is quite a big job. I think we're getting about 1,600 for completing this job. So it does look quite simple. Well, I say simple. There's obviously a lot to do here. But yeah, when you look at it, it's just a simple building with, is it a xylophone or what they're called? So obviously let's crack onto this building. So I'm thinking, let's just try it on the wide nozzle because, yeah, no, the wide nozzle's not doing enough. That's a bit disappointing. So it just means we have to focus on the green. But the green isn't too bad. So I'm hoping we get this job done a lot quicker than the last one we done. We done the truck. I didn't really like that job, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Just because it was very, very finical. Even though it looked like a small job, we didn't really get a lot. We got $400 for it. But I think it's probably one of the worst jobs that I've had to do on this game. Solely because, you know, like little miscellaneous things like in the grill and stuff like that just started becoming a little bit of a ball ache. So I think what I'm going to do is let me concentrate on this side of the building. I'll do the bottom. So I'll probably either do a time lapse or I'll do a cut. Yeah, so let's just do this little bottom bit here. Okay, so we've just finished this side with the windows and the doors. I've actually had to use the scaffolding. Yeah, do you know what? I think this job's going to be a little bit longer than what I first initially thought. Solely because, yeah, we're using the green, which is great. But I think maybe what confused me is maybe in one of the previous missions, I was able to use the white nozzle. And it just basically had a wider spread. So it obviously took a lot kind of quicker, or a lot less time to actually complete the job. I think it was the house mission or something like that. So yeah, this one might take a little bit longer, but hopefully with editing and time lapsing I might be able to kind of shorten it out for people, just because I don't want people to feel like they're here kind of until the end of time, me just power washing things. So what I think I'm going to do is, I've just done this side. I think I'm going to focus on this side here. I'll probably either do a time lapse or maybe another cut. And then, yeah, then maybe we start on the roof or something interesting like that. Okay, so all that side now is complete. So I'm thinking maybe, should we concentrate on the front? Maybe get the front done and then tackle the roof. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the better idea. So I might actually have to use this scissor lift quite a bit during this. So I am probably just going to keep doing time lapsing, only because this is going to take, you know, quite a long time. So yeah, I'm going to do some time lapsing. Hopefully, you know, people don't mind it too much. Solely because I don't really want to spend, well, I don't actually want people waiting so long for me to actually wash this entire barn. So yeah, let's start with the time lapse. Okay, so we've just actually completed this side. Now, for some reason... Oh, I've just actually missed a bit. I've just noticed that. Yeah, for some reason, I actually feel really, really underpowered. I don't know if that's the game doing it intentionally just so that I don't actually blitz the entire level. But at the moment, it just feels like we're really underpowered. Even though I've just actually spent a lot of money updating the gun and stuff. So I don't know whether that's just maybe either in my head or maybe because I'm looking at the size of this building and thinking, you know, it's a lot. But we've actually completed the front. We've completed both sides. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually tackle the roof. Because I'm hoping that I'm actually going to be able to use the easier nozzle, like the wider nozzle, the white one. Can I jump on that? Yes. So let's just try, because if I can use the white one, it'll be a lot easier. And let's just see. Yes, it's not great. You know, in the previous levels that we've played, you know, you're able to just blitz it. But I think maybe the game's trying to make it a bit more of a challenge now. Just because we've got this far. But it just seems like we're always struggling on power at the moment, which is just really, really frustrating. But we'll get through it. I mean, we're already at 33% now, so we are doing quite well. But like I said in the previous videos, I think I prefer it when there's like a smaller thing to clean, rather than these massive spaces. I think I prefer it. It's just because I just feel like if you're cleaning one little, well, not one little bit, but one massive bit like this roof, after about 15-20 minutes of cleaning the same thing, it just becomes a little bit tiring, especially if you're underpowered. But even though I'm fully up to date and completed everything so far, but obviously I feel like the game's doing it on purpose just so that people don't just blitz it and finish the game really, really quick. Right, I'm just gonna clean this little bit. I mean, with all that said, I'm still really, really enjoying the game, and I hope people that are watching are still enjoying watching me kind of play the game. I know it's really, really different to kind of either what I'm normally playing here on the channel or, you know, anything like that. But I just think it's interesting just to throw a game that's a little bit unusual. Yes, it's probably not going to get a lot of views, just because it's so different. But hopefully with all the editing that I'm doing and stuff like that, it doesn't seem too long-winded. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit it now. Just complete maybe this top section as well as that little bit over there, and then we'll get back to having a bit of a conversation, and then we can then do the sides. Okay, so we've actually just completed the entire top section of the roof. Oh, missed a bit there. Yeah, so the entire top section. So I think maybe the next bit would be to tackle this side. I mean, there's so much of it. That's the only thing I would say is, just seems like we're not really getting anywhere. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to time-lapse this again. I am sorry that there's been quite a lot of bit of time-lapsing. I just don't think a lot of people want to see me clean a roof. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll time-lapse this bit, and then hopefully we should just be able to do the side of the barn and then the silo at the end, and then this job should be complete. So yeah, let's get into the time-lapsing. Oh my god, I tell you what, that honestly was painful. You know, I don't know how much I kept it in the edit. I probably just cut it. But oh my god, I had to go through like every sort of crevice in these roofs. Or these slats, I should say. But I think what I'm going to do is I've done the whole top here. I've done this side. I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to do this side now. I'm going to edit. I'm going to cut it out solely just because it takes too long. You know, and yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do a time lapse or whether I'm just going to cut it. But we should get the roof done, and then we can then concentrate on the back and then the silo, and then we should be done. All right, so I'll catch you in the edit. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure how much I'm going to keep in the edit, but we have actually now completed the entire roof. So I've just spent over 45 minutes actually just doing the roof. Just because there were so many little mini bits and stuff like that I kept missing. Now I've done both the right and left side and the rear of the barn. I've done all the guttering. I've done all the little roofs, all the little windows. So I believe all we have now left to do is going to be the front of the barn and that silo on the right of me. So what I'm thinking is, I might want to have to go down. So I'm thinking we concentrate on the front of the barn, then do the silo, and then any little bits that I've actually missed, it will flag it up. And then when it flags it up, we can just go over. But I certainly thought this level would have been a lot easier than what it is. Now, it's not a difficult mission. There, you know, apart from the roof, it hasn't been, you know, very laborious or anything like that. I think the issue that we have is, I think because there's only obviously myself actually playing, I think if you was in a combo, you know, if you had two people attacking the same thing, oh my god, it'd be so much quicker, you know. It'd be like night and day, really. But I think the game does it on purpose, you know. It doesn't want you to finish so soon, which, you know, I don't want it to finish. But I think sometimes when you've done 99% of the dirt and it's not triggering it off, then it becomes really, really frustrating more than anything, I think. So I think that's why I might edit a lot of this out, because there was moments where I was trying to find the single little grain of dirt that I couldn't find. And I think that's when it maybe sucks the fun out of the level a little bit, because I wouldn't do this level again. I mean, this has definitely got to be one of the most toughest ones that we've actually done here on this channel. And also, I mean, I've upgraded my power washer, and I've spent a lot of money on it. But I don't know if it's in my head, but I think the other one was more powerful, or it felt like more power. Okay, so I'm thinking, let's do half of the building. You know, if we break it into sections, it won't feel as bad. I think it's just because the project's so big. I think that's what it is. I feel like I'm spending a lot of time just running around. And sometimes just staying in one spot. Not really just going, like moving, just going up and down. Right, so let's get the yellow one on. And then I'm thinking we do half. And then we can just complete the other half. Do it in sections. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like when you break it down and do it in parts, it's a lot more manageable. I mean, I could be completely utter shit, and it might just be the way I think about things, but, you know, it's how I kind of want to address this one, how I want to take it on a little bit. So I'm going to keep the yellow, because I think the yellow is quite good. I mean, it definitely removes the dirt, 100%. I just think, for like £8,000 we've paid for this gun, I thought it'd be a lot more powerful. I know I keep saying on each episode, but I'm actually really looking forward to when we get the professional one, just because I want to know, just really want to know what the difference is. Like, I swear that's like a £20,000 gun. I mean, that's got to be insane, right? Yeah, if there was two of you, we'd be smashing this. Also, it'd be interesting on the time lapse at the end. Like, if there's two people and they tackling different sides of the building and then they meet up in the end, man, my OCD would love that. Right, so we got the door done. So that's pretty good. Okay, so now we go up here. I think we have enough power. Yeah, we have enough power to tackle this bit. Then we might have to go on the other scaffolding to finish off the last bit. I'm so happy that I actually paid that extra £1,000 just for this extension. I mean, imagine moving the scaffolding back and forth here. That'd be an absolute pain in the arse. Yeah, I'm not doing that roof again. That was definitely the worst bit. And it wasn't even that it was difficult. It was just solely because it was just soul destroying. It honestly was soul destroying. Especially when you feel like you've got everything and it's just not pinging off. Okay. So that's all done. Oh, there's a bit there. That's annoying. We have to move this, I think. Right, so that's got done. You know, I feel like I could have just moved the scaffolding in the first place. That would have been probably a lot easier. Right, I think I've done everything on this light. Is it in the middle? Yes, I missed the innings of it. Right, and the pipe. Right, are we done with this now? I can't believe I've had to move an entire scaffolding solely for a light. And it's still not going off. Right, that's done. Perfect. Okay, so everything in that barn is now complete. Obviously, there's going to be things that I'm going to miss. But I'm thinking we start on this. So I'm going to go halfway round. And then we can then go up the scaffolding and continue. So I'm going to do this in the edit. So next time you see this, half of it should be done. Okay, so we have just done half the silo. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go from the top and hopefully I'm able to reach the bottom. I'm going to see if that can be done. No. Okay, that's a shame. Okay, so let's go down maybe one or two. I don't really want to spend a lot of time moving the scaffolding. I think that's going to be a bit of a pain in the arse. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to get all the way to the top, like that. And then hopefully, towards the end, we'll be able to just jump on the roof itself and actually finish the silo. And then after the silo, there's obviously going to be some things that I miss from the barn. You know, I imagine like hinges, etc. But then when that's all done, this job should be complete. And then I think we're getting about $1,500. So then that will go towards obviously more adapters, etc. for this power wash. Or I might even think about selling this one to possibly purchase a better one. Because I think we are getting to a stage where we need to start upgrading our stuff even more now. Because, yeah, this level's definitely been a massive challenge compared to the previous ones. Not on ability, but more on time. I mean, we're at an hour and a half now. Which, to be fair, it doesn't actually seem that kind of long for a video. I mean, for me to edit. But the problem that I've had is it's been very repetitive. Yeah, which has been a bit of a challenge. Right, so we can't get on that side. So let's go down 2. Now, hopefully you have been liking the video. I mean, I don't know with the edit. I don't know what the edit's going to be like. Whether it's just going to do a lot of the cutting out. I'm not entirely sure. But hopefully if you have liked this video, feel free to leave it a like. And if you can, subscribe to the channel. We are at 3,300 now. I'm trying to get to 4,000. I know it's quite a small channel. But yeah, I'm happy with the growth. Obviously, you know, everyone wants to grow quicker. But yeah, for me, it's about building a community, I think. And I'm hoping that, you know, a lot of people will be able to see these videos and then either share them or, you know, even reach out to hopefully doing like little collabs or something like that. Like, it'd be nice to maybe do power washing with someone else. Hopefully it cuts down a lot on this time, but it would be nice to kind of... Also, I'm really interested, I know I said it in the last video, about simulators. And, you know, if anyone is watching this video or anything like that, that likes simulation, then, you know, reach out, because it'd be nice to do, like, a small little collab. Okay, so I believe we're probably, like, 3/4 of the way through now on this silo. Okay, so I definitely think we've missed that little beam now, so we might have to move this round. There you go. I don't really want to miss anything if I can help it. Okay, so let's go up another level. Yeah, this silo has been a lot easier than the farmhouse for sure. Okay, so let's tick off anything that I have missed. Right, have I done this bit? No, see, I've missed this little... But what have I missed from it? Okay, so I'm just going to tick off all these little bits that I actually have missed. Okay, so I'm thinking now we tackle the roof. So it might be a good idea if we actually just jump on the roof. You know, I'm not interested to do loads of panels again like the last time. This one, thankfully, seems a lot shorter. let's focus on this bit. Yeah, I think this one's going to be a bit of a pain just because of the rivets. Right, let's just do the cap one here. Get the cap complete. See, I know this is small scale, but you can actually now see why the barn was so difficult. Okay, so I'm thinking... I'm just thinking, can we go round? Like, oh my god, that'd be clutch if we can do that. I think we can. Oh my god, I fell by mistake. And we've got a glitch. That is actually in my favour for once. Okay, so let's just keep going around. Okay, the bottom's done. Do you know what? I think we can actually probably reach... Spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. I was going to say, I bet we could actually reach the entire thing. Okay, so let's use the long one. Okay, so this half is now complete, I believe. So that half's complete. We need to move this now. Yeah, it's very difficult, I think, these roofs. Where they obviously have the little edging on them, etc., I think it makes it really, really difficult to clean. So let's climb back up. Right, I'm hoping we've just got this one little bit and it will just ping. If not, I mean, look at all them little edges on them. That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, we're going to have to go over this a couple of times, I'm sure of it. Oh, thank God. Okay. Yeah, that was clutch. Oh, okay. We're doing well. Okay, we're missing all these little bits, but they're actually pinging off. Right, what have we missing now? So we're missing a panel. On the edge of the panel. Okay, I think we actually missed the bottom, so... Yeah, I'm just going to tackle this bottom bit. Okay, so what are we missing now? So missing this ridge. Perfect. I'm hoping we can just get them all from here. Right, so this panel. Perfect. Okay. Yes, the silo is complete. That's good. Right, so now we have just got to tick off these other little bits. Okay, so that's done. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, see, it still hasn't given my 3 small little things to do, so obviously we've missed quite a bit, I believe. Hopefully they've all been small miscellaneous things. Right, so we've got to do the hinge, I believe. Is it the hinge? Right, no, it's this little bit that I'm missing, the crevice. Okay, so. Perfect. Right, so I'm going to go on the roof. It looks like I've missed something on this fucking roof. Okay, so we've done the ridge on either side, but I'm guessing we might have missed this bit. Okay, so thank God we've done 99%. So we've only got the corner frame, side door handle, and the side wall. So, okay, so we've missed this little bit here. Yeah, look, it's just the wall bits that we've missed, like the little bottom bits. Right, the handle. Oh my God, we're done. Wow. Right, before I complete, I just want to look at this job because it was so long. So just so people were aware, it took 1 hour and 45 just to complete this job. So we've completed from the front, the right side. The silo was complete. Even though that was quite large, it was quite simple. And then the rear, as well as this side. So let's do a time lapse on it. Now, if you have liked this video, feel free to leave it a like. If you can subscribe, that would be much appreciated. And yeah, man, look at that roof. How difficult that was. I do like the fact we can do it in sections. Yeah, so we got. Oh no, we got 1,600 for it. Sorry, I saw the 2,400. I thought we got that for the job. So we've got 1,600 for the job. So we've got 2,500 in the account. So if you did like the video, feel free to leave it a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.